straight. Donald Trump doesn't have a damn clue what's going on right now. He was apparently blindsided by the Pentagon's dire munitions shortages due to his own war, his ongoing war with Iran. He refuses to acknowledge that voters aren't buying the golden age economy he's trying to sell. And now he isn't even interested in campaigning for Republicans with the midterms less than 90 days away. In an interview with Punchbowl News today, Trump said, and I quote, "I didn't have to be supporting all the people. I have a busy schedule." Trump added, "I said to somebody, wait a minute, you don't understand. I won. I'm not campaigning." Yep, that's the leader of the Republican Party, the guy that Republicans have backed again and again and again and again, regardless of how corrupt or immoral he is or becomes. And so, yeah, of course, he's annoyed that he has to campaign for them. So what would Trump rather spend his time on? Well, according to the New York Times and Maggie Haberman, Trump is mostly focused on his pet projects.
How much of his time actually goes into the renovation now?
A lot. If you looked at like a chart of his mind share, like this I will say about getting into his mind, like 70% of it would be on his renovations. It's a legacy thing, but it's I always think of legacy with him different than the way we usually use the word legacy. It's not what am I leaving behind for the world. It's what can I do that cannot be taken away.
Now, maybe you're thinking to yourself, how could a president of the United States spend 70% of his time thinking about renovations? Well, think about all the changes to the White House he's been bragging about over the past year. All the time he spent talking about the renovations to the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool. All the time he spent going on and on and on and on about his $400 million ballroom. You take all that into account, and 70% of his mind share might be a conservative estimate. Still, you don't buy the estimate? Okay. Well, here's Trump just today at a round table that was supposed to be focused on shoring up supplies of critical minerals.
The president's allowed to remove things from any building. And I'm liking the chandeliers. I like those Corinthian columns, but I don't know, cutting them out would be not good. Those are beautiful columns, but I'm allowed to do it. Every once in a while, I'll come in here and grab a painting and put it at the Oval Office, right? But not too much.
What can you say? The guy loves interior decorating. So if you're on board with the idea that 70% of Trump's brain is focused on his renovations, well, that 70% is pretty pissed off tonight, because today a federal appeals court ordered the Trump administration to stop construction on the dude's beloved ballroom. In a 2-1 decision, the court ruled that the administration very likely lacked authority to demolish the White House East Wing and build Trump's ballroom without approval from Congress. And one of the judges wrote this: "Each president is a temporary tenant, not the owner of the White House and his executive residence." That's right. The court ruled that under the Constitution, Trump is like every other president before him, just another temporary tenant of the White House. He doesn't get to bulldoze whatever he wants. But of course, Trump thinks he owns everything. It is why he's tearing up the White House lawn to make way for a new helipad. It's why he's trying to build his gigantic vanity arch. And it's why he's torn down an entire wing of the White House in order to build this ballroom. But here's the thing. It's not just the White House. Trump thinks he personally owns and operates the entire federal government. It is why he installed banners of his face on buildings like the Department of Justice. And yes, it's why he wants to make sure his loyal former personal attorney is installed as the new Attorney General. And when I say loyal, I'm talking about a guy who has repeatedly said that Trump has complete control over every facet of the executive branch.
President Trump, for the first time in modern history, has said, I am the president, and if you work in the executive branch, you work for me. And guess what? We can all read the Constitution. He's right.